Where to start? So today is all about love, following our heart. Maybe some of you are in a relationship and needing to hear these messages, or maybe you're looking for love and needing to hear these messages. So put it to your situation. I thought it would be kind of fun to start with the follow your heart because that was my soul card today was all about the heart. And I look at it, we all have our little GPS in our hearts, and you can just follow that intuition. So my first message to you all, whether you are in a relationship or single, I want to say that it is safe to love. So this first message that came up was open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And why that is so important is because it allows you to be your vulnerable self. So whether you're with someone now and maybe you're feeling like a little disconnected, this is where you can have those heart-to-heart conversations and really allow yourself to go a little deeper. The two of you can grow because of that. So really be honest with each other, be vulnerable, and don't be afraid to go there. Because sometimes what did I write down? Here's my journal. It was like sometimes you really do need to just kind of dive deep, right? So yeah, just really giving that relationship a chance by being vulnerable. True love. So if you are feeling a little bit, oh, I'm so annoyed with my spouse right now, or I'm so annoyed, this is your true love. I'm going to just say that message to you that it's a romance of a lifetime. It is worth the ability to kind of go a little deeper with those heart-to-heart conversations and figure it out. Of course, if you know deep down, follow your heart and soul. Don't take my word for it, but I felt like that message needed to go out there. If you're single like me, like myself, just know that the true love is right around the corner, and I am excited for you. The message for everyone, whether single in a relationship, flirt, 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 flirt. Have fun together, especially if you're in the kitchen with your spouse making dinner. Don't be afraid to just have a little fun, swat them in the butt. Some people maybe don't like that, but I would say you know how to flirt with your spouse or your partner. Do it, have fun. And even flirting, when I say that, it can be more, I think of having fun with people in general, just by being a little more carefree and charismatic. Having fun with each other by maybe joking around a little bit. Sometimes that's really nice to do, right? Instead of that serious conversation all the time. I've been hanging out with a few girlfriends this past weekend, and just lots of laughter that way when you're more lighthearted. That energy to be able to be a little more lighthearted is so much fun. So that's that. One thing I did take note from is the story of my life. What is the story of your life? You are truly the director in your play, your your television show, whatever you want to say. And I always think that the characters that we bring in and out of our lives, whether they're good or bad, have a purpose. But it is really our job to figure out who gets to stay. You are the lead, so make sure that you are loving the people that you're around. And of course, we know that it's not always going to be perfect. But what I wrote down too is it's ultimately a happy story. So think about that. Like if you have kind of a down day, every character in there is kind of doing the best that they can do. So making the most of that. And then, yeah, choose to make it the kind of story that even the tough parts, you grow and you learn from it. So that's something somebody needed to hear. And then I wrote down, everybody does need help sometimes, including myself. My sister sent me, it was like a little fun Jiffy or Giphy or whatever those are called, of the oldest daughter. And it was like this gal carrying boxes and oodles of things, plants, boxes, lamps, you name it, up the stairs by herself. It's like, no, I got it. I'm like, that is me all the time. So if you're one of those persons that just likes to wear many hats and do it all without asking and stopping to ask for help, I'm going to challenge you to ask for help. Or if you see that somebody else needs help, assist. But I think for me, when I read this message, I was like, yeah, I need to stop and ask for help a little bit. I had written down that the difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Find that a lot. Actually, yesterday we were driving and I was like, this dirt road looks like it's going to nowhere. And we're trying to find a Minnetonka orchard. And it was a little bit of a detour. And so once we got there, just beautiful, lovely. So don't be afraid to take the little off-beaten path. It does lead to beautiful destinations. And then I have, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become while you're trying to achieve those goals. So I look at it, there's always the two paths. You could go downhill, super easy, especially if you're, on a bike going downhill. You know that that's easy, but you're still going to have that journey, a little bit longer journey going back up. Whereas sometimes for me, if I start going uphill, then you're kind of coasting along once you get um, that hard ride in, right? Unless you got an e-bike, then you're lucky. But hopefully that example makes sense to you, that the joys in the journey, we all have our paths that we choose, but know that it is that journey along the way that really does help us become the version of ourselves. Be attentive and pay attention to the moon cycles. Right now we're in a big full moon, so you might notice your energies are up and down. This is a great time to manifest, especially a new moon, but release some of the old and start to really capitalize on that energy. I look at it as, when I worked as a nurse, those full moon nights, you would get those patients that were acting a little loony. You know, that's where they get the name or term lunatic, because these full moon nights can really affect us on a different energy level. And so harness that energy. Breathe, take time to just release, let in the new and let out the old. So exhale the old, inhale the new. And then I have passion. So trust and follow your renewed passion in your life and career, love life and career. So I think there's a lot of love in the air, and maybe because, you know, we're getting into time of the holidays, October, November, December, at least in the States, it's like Halloween is kind of fun to have somebody in your life. Same with Thanksgiving, Christmas. So New Year's, you name it. Maybe people are feeling the time for love. And if you're already in a relationship, make sure to honor your spouse, flirt with them. They are your true love, and have a heart-to-heart conversation. So I'll end it there, other than to say, I do have the quote. Let me read the quote. They don't fully apply, but you know, it's nice to end it or start with that. So failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. I guess it's not going to focus here, but I love that. Don't be afraid to fail fast. I've said that before, right? And then I cultivate deep connections that make me fulfilled. And I think part of failing fast is knowing your connections. You know, a lot of times the reason a relationship fails is you find they weren't the right person for you, or a job, same thing. You're not really connecting on a more mental level, or maybe your morals and values are not the same. And so there's a lot of reasons that things can fail, and that's okay. That's the beauty of it. So with that, I'm just going to say, have a wonderful day. And I hope this message resonated with you, and sending you so much love. Bye.